Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing amazing today. If you don't know me already, I'm Ryan McCrary, the owner of McCrary Financial Solutions and author of Mind Over Money, How to Think Like an Investor and Take Care of Business First. So I give you guys a few minutes to jump on. If you do jump on, please do me a big favor. Number one, if you watch this on replay, do me a favor, type replay down at the bottom. Let me know you watched it. Drop a comment in, a question in. Let me know how your financial literacy journey, your wealth building journey is going. Did you buy a new stock this week? Did you buy some new investments? Did you start a business? You put your money into a business, you're making more money in your business. Whatever it is, anything based around financial literacy, wealth, because my goal is to help our community succeed financially. I remember the first time I walked into the corporate America job when I learned, in the finance world, and I seen how much money was out there. This is why I am the way I am. This is why I do what I do, because I've seen firsthand how much money is out there, and most of us are not aware of it. We're not aware of it. We're worried about going out to the club, to the bar, watching TV, watching sports, stuff that does not bring us any value. We are too caught up on that. Our community, I hate to say it, but we're lost. We are lost in the sauce. We have no idea what's really going on out here. Most of us are not aware. It looks good on Instagram. It looks good, on Facebook or, Twitter or whatever, Snapchat, stuff like that. It looks good. But when you step into those rooms, people know. When you step into those corporate rooms, those board rooms, people know. That's why we need to be economically and intellectually equipped to compete in the society. So again, if you just jump on, do me a favor, type replay down. If you watch this on replay, type your name, where you're from, and the link to your business. If you have a business, please drop the website to your store, your products, your services. Let me check it out, because we need to be tapping into the trillions and trillions of dollars that are circulated online. So if you are a business, if you're an entrepreneur, you have a business, and you are not promoting it online, you're not selling online, you're not advertising online, you must not like money. If you don't like money, that's okay. This is not the channel for you. If you have a business and you are an entrepreneur and you are not advertising online, marketing online, selling online, doing anything online, you do not like money. Okay, maybe, in 2001, that was acceptable. Maybe in 2008, maybe that was acceptable. But in 2019, if you are not having an online presence for your business, you are not going to survive. So again, if you just jump on, please share, type your name, where you're from, and the link to your business if you have a business. So why is mindset the key to wealth? Mindset is the key to wealth, because if you don't even believe that you can become wealthy, if you don't even believe you can have the money that you want to have, that you talk about having, if you don't even believe it, then it will never happen. I'm going to repeat that. If you don't even believe that it's possible, then it will never happen. If you never see it, if you grow up in the hood or low economic conditions, and you never see anyone with money, you never see anyone with wealth, you never see anyone successful, of course it will be hard for you to get there, because you don't see it. You don't think it's real. You don't have your mind right. But when you see it, or when you're around someone, or when you believe it in your mind, you are able to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Listen, poverty is a mindset. Poverty is a culture. Poverty is not just about not having a lot of money. Poverty is not just about having a lot of money. Poverty is a culture. The culture that we live in, where people have the poverty mindset, they're broke, and you say for generations our family never had money. You know that is a culture, right? What you do, if you hang around 10 other people and all of y'all ain't got no money, nobody's not going to have any money, because everyone is doing the same thing. If you're around 10 people and all of you don't have money, it's going to be hard for any of you to get money. But if you're around 10 people and you're the brokest one, but the 9 other people have way more money than you, best believe in a matter of time, you will be right where they are. So you got to have your mind right. This is the whole theory behind this book. You got to have your mind right because, especially in the African American community, we have resources, we have money. We're just not allocating that money correctly. So I want you to do, if you're watching this video and you say, I'm not where I want to be financially, I don't have a lot of money, the people I'm around don't have any money, you know, there's no money in the black community, there's no money in the hood. I want you to do a study. I want you to go out wherever you live, whether it's Philly or New York or Atlanta or LA or whatever hood, or, you know, you might live in a nice neighborhood, whatever. If you care about the community, if you care about the sustainability of the community, I want you to go out. I want you to look and I want you to count every single person in a community that quote unquote has no money. Look how many pair of Jordans they have on. I want you to count, because I do it now and I count and I'm like astonished. I want you to go out and count. Literally, I want you to do this study. I want you to go out into the community and count how many young kids or older adults have on Jordans. It will be astonishing. I want you to count how many people have an iPhone. I want you to count. That's what I literally do. I go into the store, I go into the corner store or wherever. I ain't got no money, bro. You want to, you know, put some money together? We can go get a building. Yo, I ain't got no money. I'm fucked up. I ain't got no money. Okay. You got Jordans on now? Damn, them Jordans like 200. You got the iPhone. My iPhone X was like 600. You got on 7 jeans. You on Neiman Marcus. 7 jeans is like 200. That's like $1,000, $2,000 right there. So what I would say is it's not the money. It's your mind. It's your mind. Mindset is the key to wealth. How many people do you see win the lottery and go broke? How could someone on earth win $10 million or $20 million and go broke? How is that even possible? It's possible because they're not trained on financial literacy and they don't have their mind right. You got to get your mind. Once you got your mind right, the money's going to follow. There's a pathway to wealth. There's a pathway, you know, there's a blueprint. There's footprints that people already left that were successful that have money. It's not some abstract concept that, you know, you think about and say, you know, in 10 years and 20 years, I want to be a millionaire. Well, in 10 years and 5 years, if you want to be a millionaire, what are you doing right now to be a millionaire in 5, 10 years? Because there's a lot of things you got to be doing right now that may not look, you know, all that glamorous, that may not get you 1,000 likes on Instagram, things that you're doing right now that in 10 years or 20 years or whatever, 5 years from now, you'll be able to look back on and say, okay, this is the path I took to my riches. Most people see the success story, but not a lot of people see the grind, the work someone had to put in to be highly successful and have a lot of money. So you got to have your mind right. In our community as a whole, we don't have our mind right. Like, let's keep it 1,000 on this live right now. We don't have our mind right. So mindset is the key to wealth. Another key to wealth is time. Time. I can't stress this enough. It's a whole chapter in my book. If you don't have a book, go to mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. You can get it free. Just pay for shipping. Mindovermoneybook.com. So time. How much time do you waste? How much time do you waste? How many sports games did you watch this week? There's a game on every night. Basketball's on every night. Football's on 3-4 nights a week. You know what I mean? There's a million shows. There's Netflix. There's Amazon Prime. There's YouTube videos. There's something always grabbing at your attention. How much of that time is spent into actually learning about wealth, learning about money, you know, going to other networking or other conferences or stuff like that about money? How much time are you putting in to learn about money? A lot of us think making money starts and ends with working a job and someone paying you for your time. Again, I'm going to repeat that. A lot of us think money starts and ends with getting a job and someone paying you. There are so many other ways to make money, especially now. I'm saying in 2019. To me, it's already 2019. It's already 2020. In 2019, there are so many other ways to make money. So many other ways to make money, whether that's through investments, multiple different investments, whether it's stocks, bonds, whether it's Bitcoin, whether that's gold, whether that's a mutual fund, whether that's an IRA, whether that's a Roth IRA, whether it's a SEP IRA, whether it's an annuity, whether it's in a joint account, whether it's an estate account. That's just on the investment side. What about the real estate side? And this is not even my area of expertise, will be soon, which I start diving in more. What about on the real estate side? How much money can I make through Section 8 housing, through buying a duplex? You know what I mean? Just buying a property and renting it out. Buying a property and it appreciates. Home equity. It goes on and on and on. Multiple different ways to make money. Now, what about business? There are multiple different ways to make money. You can start a Shopify store right now, get in before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Last year, they had $400,000 per minute going through Shopify. If you are selling anything online, if you do anything in e-commerce, if you're interested in e-commerce and you don't know about Shopify, you don't like money. So like I said, you could right now, after you get off work at 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock, you could start an account right now and you have instant direct-to-consumer relationship. You have an instant digital storefront where you can start making money. But how many people are talking about that? A lot of us aren't talking about that. There are so many ways in 2019 to make money, but you need to be aware of it. You need to understand that. You could sell, info products. You can sell a course. You can be a coach, so many different things. Jimbo's going on. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all come on, please share. Please share this out. Put some likes up, some hearts up, some comments in. Again, if you watch this on replay, do me a favor, type replay, type your name, where you're from, and if you are an entrepreneur, type the website to your business. So it comes back to mindset. If you're only thinking about, if you're putting yourself in a box, you're only thinking about one way to make money, it's a mindset shift. That's a mindset shift. That leaves you vulnerable. You can have the greatest paying job. Listen, if you love your job, that's great. I'm not talking about you. If you love your job, that's great. I'm happy for you. Like, seriously, I'm happy for you. Do that. Rise up the corporate ladder. Rise up in your company. Become a senior manager. Max out your 401k. Put money in investments. Get 529 plans for your, children. Acquire properties. Invest in different businesses. Build your portfolio that way. Absolutely. But I see an overwhelming amount of people that are just getting by. They're just doing what they're doing just to do. I went to go to school and do this, or I went got out and do this. Now I'm making this. I'm making 40,000. It's okay. But I really would like to make 100,000. I really would like to make 50,000. Even if I make what I'm making now, but I'm doing something that I like, I will be much more happier in my life. And I would say there's so much opportunity out here. There is so much opportunity out here. I never thought I would be able to make more than I used to make every 2 weeks of my job. I never thought I could make that in a day. And that's just starting out. You know what I mean? I'm just starting out. I'm trying to make 100,000 a day, literally. But I never thought I could make what I make what I used to make every 2 weeks. I never thought it would be possible for me to make that in a day. I didn't know that was possible. Seriously. I didn't know it was possible to make, what I was making every 2 weeks in a day. I didn't know it was possible. I went to school, tried to get a good job and stuff like that. I didn't, if I would have probably did good in the company, I probably wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. But I didn't know that was possible, but I had to believe that was possible. Once I believed it was possible, I got around other people that could show me it was possible. So how many people are you around to show you that it's possible? Whatever situation you're in. Listen, if you're watching this and you live in America, your situation is not that bad. You're not, you probably have a roof over your head. You probably, can afford to put food on your table. You probably have clothes on your back. So it's all about reallocating your money. That's all it's about. That's what financial literacy is. Really not a hard concept. It's just reallocating money. It's getting your mind right. It's not trying to be overly emotional and just reallocating your money. So you say, oh, I have a $200, $300 cable premium package, which I have all the channels. But you could say, you know what? A lot of stuff I can stream online, you know what I mean? Like, really don't be nothing on cable anyway. I could probably pay like $40 and just have internet, or maybe $100 a low package. I can save an extra $100 a month. So that's $1,200 a year. You put that in the stock market over 10, 20, 30 years, that's $100,000 just from saving money on the cable bill. We're not even talking about extra money you can, save, or taking your car back and getting, taking your car note from $400 a month to $200, or $200 to $100. We're not even talking about stuff like that. Simple shifts in your income and where you allocate those dollars could make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. But most people aren't thinking. We're not even thinking about that. We're not thinking about that. You know what I mean? You may say, like, your car, you may say, I'm paying $300 a month. Well, you could go and, spend $200 a month. Now you got an extra $100 to put in savings or investing. Or now if you say, I don't have the money to start my own business, now you have an extra $100, $200 to start your own business. Like, nowadays to start a business, it doesn't cost that much. It doesn't cost that much. Like I said, you can start a Shopify store for $30. You could start a ClickFunnels account for $97. You know what I mean? You could, on Facebook, a lot of y'all probably seen a lot of my ads on Facebook. I mean, you could reach, for what you pay in rent, you could probably reach, 200,000 people, in a month, or, a couple weeks, just from what you pay in rent. I'm not saying, don't rent, I'm not saying don't, go homeless. I'm just saying, take some of that money and put it into assets. There are digital assets. The asset doesn't just have to be a stock or a property. To me, assets are everything. I'm looking at digital assets. My Facebook business page makes me money. So to me, that's a digital asset. My website makes me money. To me, that's a digital asset. That's an asset. You can get IP, intellectual property, where you can own a company or own an idea, or, own a phrase or a logo or something, and you own that. That's your intellectual property. That is an asset. But a lot of people were not thinking that way. So that's why I wrote this book. It's just to think outside the box. We've been duped and tricked in America to believe the only way to get by is to work a job that you hate, barely scrape by, have enough money to pay your bills, and maybe go to the club on the weekend and do it all over again on Monday. And I'm just saying, we have other options. We have other options. We have the internet. We have, proven processes that people already went through. We have information. We have books. It's not going to come through voting. It's not going to come through nonprofits. It's going to come through collective economics, being intellectually, smart about money, and taking action. So like I said, there are multiple different ways to make money. If you're interested in that, I would suggest you read my book. If you read my book and you want more, I have online courses. You can schedule a one-on-one session. There are multiple different ways for me to help you. But if you ain't got your mind right, I can't help you. You can have all the money in the world. If you don't have your mind right, it's really not much I can do. So that's it today, y'all. Let me know if this was helpful. Drop a like, drop a heart, drop a comment, type your name, where you're from, your business. You watch on replay, type replay. If you haven't got the book, go get it. MindOverMoneyBook.com. MindOverMoneyBook.com.